Yeah, hi friends. Yesterday we have discussed like a DB2 object one, like a table and view, how to create a table view, how to create the synonyms. In this DB2 object two, in this chapter, we will able to learn how to create the index object and the referential integrity and check integrity concept. Let we see these are like a referential integrity and DB2 indexes, and this chapter like a DB2 utility check data utility concept. First, before going what is the referential integrity? First, we will able to know what is the key, how to create a primary key and foreign key. This is a basic. You can able to see these are the diagram here, the table, and these are like a columns here, and a simple key nothing but this is the one of the key here in this column, and this is like composite key nothing but combining of the two column, that is called like composite key. If you are having column only single column, that is called simple key here, and composite is key is nothing but more than one column, that is called like a composite key. And you can see the definition. Key is a named order set of columns of one table here, and composite key is made of several columns. Means it can be combined one or two, more than two columns also, but it contains the made of several columns, that is called a composite key. And here we can define as many keys on the table here. We can create n number of keys. There is no limit on this table. We can create as many. Based on diagram, you can see some sample diagram like here, how to identify the primary key, how to identify the foreign key. And this is the table here, employee number, and this is the table, another department table. In the employee table, this is like a primary key, and in the department table, this is like a primary key here. Unique key, nothing but to identify the role, that is called like a primary key here. You can see the definition, like a primary key is uniquely define the each row in the table. Whenever you access the primary key, each will identify the each row for the particular row, that we call like a primary key here. For this table, this is a unique row in this table, that's why we call like here primary key. And the primary key must be unique and not null here. The primary key should not be null value. It should like a having unique value and should be not null field. This is a basic concept, two concept here. Whenever asked in an interview what is the primary key and foreign key, you can tell like these two definitions. And what is an entity integrity? We have seen like a entity integrity nothing but guarantee the by existence of the primary key here. Whenever these are like entity integrity control on the primary key here, means whenever inserting it is an effect, whenever doing update also it will affect, because the same primary key, whatever the primary key you are going to update, insert the same record, the data should be same present. See, similarly I am going to update like some of the data like a first name last name in the same corresponding unique key employee number, then it will like follow the entity integrity rule. But whenever deleting, like I am going to delete the whole record like one by whole one line, then I am deleting by using the key here. So at the time it will not affect the entity integrity rule. It will apply only for the insert and update rule. And we can see how the foreign key relationship between the table. Earlier we have seen this is like a primary key for this table, but what is the foreign key here? Like a employee number is this is the employee table, and this is the department table. This is the parent table, and this is the child table. In the parent table, I have like another column like a work department. This is contain the primary key in the table, and these are like having in this column, it is having unique values here, that is called like unique records. And the same primary key it is having in department table. I am having uniquely identify the row, and this is the primary key in this department table. And here like how to identify the relation between foreign key. Based on foreign key relation, this key can be identified in the department child table. But in this column, like work department, it can be having more than one key value, duplicate value. But in this parent table, this is the primary key. It's like a unique values in this table for the corresponding department column. You can see the difference only the referential foreign key here. Referential constraint means foreign key. guarantee that it not as a not null values of a foreign key value also appear as a value of primary key. Here like it should like a what is the value provided here, it should like a corresponding value should be having should some value here, primary key value. That's what it is saying here. You can see like the foreign key value setup that is associated with the primary key value, means the foreign key whatever the key is associated with the primary key. This is what the definition is. Let me see like how the referential integrity concept is working. Referential integrity nothing but state in which all values of a foreign key values are valid here. What are the values we are going to referential integrity? The foreign key values should be like a valid here. This is like a valid scenario. Whenever you are creating any one of the foreign key value here, this value is not presented here. It should not be. It should be present in the child table. That's called like a all should be like a foreign keys or should be valid here. If it is not here, like the whatever the record here, somewhere like a E12 is there. E12 is not here in this table. Like this time the foreign key cannot be created. Means all values whatever they created in foreign key, the same value should be present in the dependent table. Means child table. If E12 is created in work department, the same value should be present in the department table or the child table. The definition of this statement is contained, that is one. And next like this is the employee number, this is the employee table, and this is a primary key. And we have like some rules like while applying the referential integrity, insert and update, delete concept. And similar like whenever department table, this is the child table. And primary key, whenever doing like insert and update delete rule for the primary key, what will happen for the corresponding foreign key values? Similar like insert and update delete rule. We have called like a delete and insert rule. We'll able to see how the delete, these are like a referential integrity, the update and insert delete rule works. These are like mainly the interview asks sometime what is the delete or rule, what are the different types of delete and update rule means. There are like three types is there. One is an restrict and set null, cascade. And these are like a similar like here. These rules applies whenever inserting is okay, referential integrity on the primary key concept. Similar like a primary foreign key value can be having inserting can be null value or a primary key value. But whenever doing an update, the same restrict means we can able to set none. Restrict to update the primary key here, and the foreign key can be primary key of the department table. Here can be update with a primary key or null value. Whenever like doing like a delete an operation for the primary key, we can able to set like a cascade, set null and restrict. Like I don't want to delete like a foreign key in the another table, department table. Then I can able to set three rules here: cascade, set null. Cascade means both are like both the records like a primary key and foreign key can be deleted while doing delete operation. And delete set null nothing but while deleting the primary key in the parent table, I can able to set like a null values in the word department column. Where is the word department here? If you go like a previous table, see similar like here I can able to apply the three rules. Whenever I am deleting this record like a word department with a delete cascade, I am deleting the same record and the corresponding record should be deleted here. Similarly, whenever I am deleting this record like in the E1 table, I can able to set the null here. Means this value I deleted after in the department table. At that corresponding time here it will set the null value. And restrict nothing but whenever I am deleting the record, it is not allowing to delete the record here in this parent table. That's what these are like rules of the primary key here. They can able to see the primary key and this is a foreign key. Okay, while deleting all these three rules, will apply on the foreign key values. These are the three rules by delete and update rules. And how to create like a primary key here. Earlier we have seen like only creation of the table and corresponding data type and attribute type. What is an attribute here? Attribute, null attribute characteristic. And here you can able to see how to create like this is the employee number and primary key. Earlier we have seen this is the primary key of the table. Employee number is the primary key here. how to create like a primary key by while creating a table. We have like a two types of method like to create a primary key. Just give along with the employee number, just give like a primary key, it will create. Or we can give like primary key and the column name, what type of on which column you are going to create here. Like here I given employee number. These are like two method we can able to either of one of the method we can use. And here like a similar like we have earlier we have given like a primary concept. Next we give how to create like a foreign key, how to create like a foreign key in the table. This is the syntax like a this is second method I given primary key of the column name. Here I given primary key of employee number and foreign key name here. Read nothing but foreign key name here and corresponding column name. What is the column name here? Work department in the parent table and references department table. Means here references you are going to refer the child table here. You need to mention the child table. And delete here. See friends, I am using like here on delete set null. Earlier I told like whenever deleting set null, we have like a deleting. While deleting, we have like a three types of there: cascade, set null, restrict. And in this concept, I am going to mention. I have mentioned like a this is a foreign key. Red means this is a foreign key name and word department. Whenever I am going to delete here, and the reference at DEPT table and delete set null means whenever I deleted a parent table, the work department column here. If you go like a previous, what does that mean? Delete a set null means whenever I am deleting here E01 and deleting set null means the corresponding child table, these values will be set null here. Null value is stored in the department table. That's why it is saying like on delete set null value. On table D on delete set null means we will revise once again here like a whenever deleting here, whenever delete like a primary key and reference the delete table, set null means the null values will be stored here because this is a primary key. Primary key cannot be having the null value. Whatever once we deleted here work department, this null value will be stored here. Like here null value come. Null values. Not in this table. In this table, work department column having the null value. Because this is a department table having all primary keys, this table record cannot be deleted. Means the key cannot be deleted here. You need to use another department table delete. But I have created here table is an employee table and delete cascade set null means I am giving parent table is setting what department setting the null value. And we can able to see like a just like a primary key, the foreign key definition can be added and removed by using the alter table statement also. Let we see like another concept like just now we have seen like how to clear delete and set null value. This is one type of another example why we are going to create like index. We have used some concept called index. Generally in the interview, most of the time the interview asks like what is an index, how to create the index, and what is the syntax for the index, and we can able to see now. What is mainly we can see like what is the purpose of index here. Like this is an example for like without having the index value. This is the example I create like a table name, and these are like columns I created. And I given some query here like fetching the query, select star from table name and where street name and some value and a T number. If you are not created any index value for this one of the table, it will read all pages. That's why it is saying like it will read a whole table and all pages if you are create like a table without having index column. That's why we are introducing like index here. But the index means the index like a order set of this is the definition for the index. Then the index is order set of key values and pointer to the rows containing those keys. Here it will like whenever created the index, it will point directly to the corresponding column names here. And index is used to improve the performance of the table axis. This is one of the advantage of the index here. And this is like how the index structure is defining here. And we have like a root index, and we are in this root index non-leaf and these are like a non-leaf, we call like a non-leaf, and these are like leaf pages. Means the main key will be stored in the root pages and from the leaf pages. Leaf pages means these are like a some subdivision of the table, and from this subdivision of the records, and it will create like a main key here. These are like a leaf pages. Leaf pages contain the all records of the all table data, and from all table data the non-leaf pages will create based on primary key values, and like it is segmented from you can able to see from here like a 04 having these are like index 18 and 19. The primary key is an 18 19, and this 18 and 19 contain having this leaf. Whenever you accessing the 365, these are like 365 present here in this table leaf indexes. Similarly, whenever you accessing the 322, the record, it will stored in the leaf pages of 19 here. Directly it will go access here. Like that, the table will be stored having these are like a non-leaf, and these are the internal structure how it will going to work, friends. But they most of the time the interview he won't ask like this flow how the leaf pages, how non-leaf pages will work, but just to understand like how the indexes concept is working. So this is like a accessing path, like index scan is working. Whenever still I have not created an index here. Just I given like a, how the without having the indexes how it is going to work. Select star from table name and where column name, and I am given like some criteria here conditions. When like it will initially it will go root pages, and then it will go like again the non-leaf pages, then leaf pages it will search here. This is the order of like index pages will work. That's why they are mentioned in the flowchart. Earlier we have seen all leaf pages will search without giving the indexes. Now this is what we have to directly it will go and search in the order of set of values. Now index scan means how the whenever creating index scan I have created like a multiple columns. See I have given first column like a last name, to middle integer, first name. These are like a three types of indexes I have given for three columns. Last name, how this is the index how it will work. Like first it will check like last name is the first index. Then if you are giving uncondition again it will go like a second indexes. These are like a select salary from employee where I have given last name is equal to has. So whenever giving last name directly the index will point to here. These are like some flow diagrams you can ignore because these are like some basic concept. And you can able to see now like how to do unique and non-unique indexes here. Unique index nothing but finding a single row called like a unique index, and whenever having like a combination of the two columns combining two conditions, then it is called like a non-unique indexes. Combining two columns, that is called non-unique index. If you can able to see in this diagram, unique index nothing but on this single column you are going to fetching the criteria, and unique where not null index here, and finding a set of rows here based on multiple of two columns, that is called a non-unique index. And these are like a different types of indexes, but like you can able to see the cluster index rows are physically and you can see primary index, unique index defined on the primary key. Ensure that not unique plus not null, these are like a primary key index. All like we are using like a 99% over the DB2 table, we are going to create like a primary key index, means the unique index defined on the primary key, but ensure that unique and plus not null value. These are like some unique index means it is allowing only one null values, and unique where not null index means any columns unique with many nulls is allowed. Unique where not null index, and non-unique index means allowed to duplicate values here. Earlier we have seen non-unique index here with a multiple column. Thus we call what will happen for non-unique index means it is allowing the duplicate values. Now we have like while creating the primary key, we must have like a unique key index and must be defined with a not null with a unique, or not null with a default value. Earlier we have seen like a primary key, how to create the primary key. But to create the unique index, you must the primary key must be followed. These are like a rules should be applied before creating an index. It's like primary key must have a unique index and must be defined with any three of the any one of the value between in between these three. And foreign key nothing but index recommended, maybe null value. In the foreign key can be null value also is allowed. This is another important properties for the foreign key value. See here one more point, like a creation of an index on a foreign key is a strongly recommended here. Mean you need to create like a foreign key for the corresponding you need to create like index on the foreign key value also. This is called in the it is a recommended, and these are like some system defined table how where the indexes will be stored. Similar like we have discussed earlier where the what is this IBM does this table will be stored like what is the table name and who is created, all these things will be stored in the sys table. Similar like sys column, what is the column name corresponding and what is table name, creator and column name and key segmenter. Similar like we have like indexes also is there, what is an index and which table it is created and which column also we can able to create. These are like we can able to search by using sys IBM.sys index. And we have like a one more system defined table like a sys IBM.system relationship table contain the foreign key value and corresponding the primary key value. Here name of the foreign key value. These are like some clustering overview of the diagram, but you can have like how the system is working internally, the DB2 concept. Friend, this is the most important, and how to create the index. Sometimes the interview ask like, can you write the syntax for the how to create the index and how to create like unique index, how to create like a composite index. And this is the syntax here. I create like create unique index name. This is a unique index name on table name. We have seen earlier t address is the table name and column name is the primary key here. This is what table here t address. I create like a unique index on this column. This is like how to create like a composite key unique index, multiple of two column create index. Earlier we are not I create like unique index here means unique key in this table, but I create index here because I am creating the multiple column means it like a composite key. If you go like a see like a clustered non-unique index here. What is a non-unique index? Means nothing but allow the duplicate values. Now I am creating here non-unique index means create. You don't have to mention the what is a non-unique key here. You can mention simply index name, and table name, and multiple of two columns, and cluster I have mentioned here. Similar like here I create like a unique index, and here like a similar like same syntax, but I have mentioned where not null, an index name and a table name here. This is either one of the method we can able to use. Unique index or like unique where not null value. These are like three example of create like a index statements. And we have like a similar like a index catalog information. These are like some system defined table will store sys IBM.sys indexes and sys IBM.sys keys. These are two table which like stored like what is the index corresponding table and column name. Till now we have seen like how to create like index and how to create like a primary key and foreign key. Now what will happen whenever I create like a dropping at a table? What will happen? My index or like a creation of the synonyms will drop or not? And we'll see. These are like example of I'm going to dropping a table here. Drop. These are like syntax drop table name. What will happen corresponding whenever they're dropping an object? It like a delete. All these cascade effect depending on object and definition. These all whatever condition you have mentioned the points all will get like a deleted here. Index can be dropped and views also can be dropped, and synonyms and security definition reference in link all these like a points whatever I mentioned index view synonym security definition referential integrity all it will be getting dropped here. To prevent this means I don't want to delete all these steps here. then we have to mention like while creating a table only with restrict on top. If you mention this one, it will not delete like index, views, synonyms, whatever the RI integrity. To if you don't want to delete all these things, then you have to mention while creating index with the restrict on top. This is the syntax. So if you don't want to delete, and this is another syntax like to altering an object, any type of altering. I want to alter the table exit here. This is syntax here. Alter table exit means alter view. We can able to see like altering the view also does not exist here. What can be changed with alter table means what we can able to do by using alter table. I can add like a drop referential integrity means after creation of the table like this one. I can add like a referential means I can able to add like a drop and I can able to delete primary key or foreign key value by using alter table command, alter table syntax. Even I can add like a extra column at the end of the table. Even I can add like a check constraint here mean for foreign key value. I can add a drop here. Even I can add a drop restrict on top means this is like a add and restrict on the top. This syntax also we can able to do by using alter table. What we cannot able to do by using alter table, we cannot able to remove the column. We can able to add only the column, but we cannot able to remove the column and change a column name. Earlier we have created like a column name, some column name. We cannot able to change a column name or data type and null attribute. Friend, this is the most important point. See, we cannot able to change the column name and data type. Earlier I created like numeric data type. I want to change with the character data type for the column. It cannot be happen. These are like these things we cannot able to do by using the alter table and null attribute. If you want to do like all these function and I want to change column name, data type mean better you need to do drop again, create a new table. This is about the solution for the to create like if you want to alter column name and data type and null attribute type. This sample example we have seen like we can able to add like extra column. See here I told like we can able to add extra column. This is a syntax for like how to add extra column in the table by using alter statement. Alter table, this is the table name project, and add column name and decimal. What is the data type I'm going to and how many bytes? Then not null with the default value. Similarly, I can able to do adding and removing foreign key and primary key. If you go like a previous point, I told like we can able to add a drop check constraint. Check constraint nothing but primary key or foreign key value here. Adding or removing primary key or foreign key value. What is the syntax for the adding alter table name? This is a primary key. I'm going to add here. If you have not mentioned anything, it is an add here. But see here. Otherwise, if you mention you need to drop means here this is another syntax. This is a dropping of the primary key. If you have not mentioned anything, it is an adding to the primary key of column. And similar like a foreign key, this is a dropping foreign key name you need to mention. And this syntax is nothing but to adding the foreign key name and corresponding column name and references at the child table. What is the child table and delete cascade. You need to mention this one also. This is a basic of the syntax for the referential integrity consent, how the referential integrity work, and like how the array restriction with the DML. Delete based on subquery may not be change the subquery result. See, this is like how it is going to work whenever they're having a I'm going to delete here, selecting column 2. See, this is a column 2 from table 2. This is a child table where column 3 is 15. This is a column 3 15. Delete table name here, parent table where column name in, and in this column in all these values I am going to delete here. So delete based on subquery may not be change the subquery result here. This is a syntax for the reference integrity concept. And we have seen like some restriction while detecting execution time. Insert into self-reference table with subselect more than one row. Multiple rows update primary column. We have like a other error condition like a primary key update restrict we have seen earlier like a update, while update we have like only restrict. And what is the error code for this one? Minus 531. And similar like a primary key delete, while doing delete we have like a three rules is applied: cascade, restrict, and set null value. What is an error for the while deleting restrict here? Even though if you are mentioned there delete with restrict value, you are trying to do delete, then you will get like a minus 532 error. And this is a duplicate primary key. What is an error code for the duplicate primary key? Friend, this is another important. What is an error code for the duplicate primary key? 803. You can able to see whether in SQL CA also we can able to browse like what is an error code for this minus 803. Whenever you are trying to insert null or an update into the primary key, null insert or an update into the primary key, then you will get like a minus 407 error code. Yeah, that's all friends. These are like covered topics on the database objects, and we can able to see the next chapter like how to create like a package and plan, how to create like a bind and rebind concept. Friends, if you are having any questions or doubts and all, please comment. I will reply to your comments. Please share to this video to your colleagues like to get like understanding of the DB2 concept in the real-time scenarios. How we can able to analyze the programs, how to code like a queries in the real time. How they will able to get like application knowledge more. Thank you all.